The EU ambassador to Albania, Vlahutin, has warned all those in the political sphere of the country that the process of integration into the EU will not be easy, and no gifts will be given from the EU at any step of the way. Present at the United Nations plenary session on building and preserving peace, Minister for Europe and Foreign Affairs of Albania spoke about the global challenges of peace and security by analysing the issues of the Balkan region. The first phase of the pre-qualification of tenders for the Tirana Durrës railway rehabilitation project has begun. The project also foresees the construction of a new line from Tirana to Rennes Airport. Good evening, it's 6 o'clock on Wednesday, the 25th of April 2018. Welcome to the English edition of Aura News. My name is Alexandra and I'm here to bring you the day's top stories from across the country translated into English. After reading the main points of the report providing the positive recommendation for Albania, the ambassador of the European Union, Vlahutin, told Albanians that negotiations are a difficult process. For this reason, Albania should remain cautious in the road ahead. To join the EU, Vlahutin reiterated that Albanians must achieve the required standards in legislation, behaviour and results. You should be somewhat scared in a way because it will be a very difficult and a very long road ahead. I think you have to get ready for this. These are called negotiations, but in essence, there is nothing to negotiate. Better to refer to them as membership talks because you need to regulate not only with legislation, but also in your behaviour and results in achieving EU standards, explained Vlahutin. Regarding the 5 priorities, following a question by the SMI MP Petrit Vasili, Vlahutin responded that these priorities will remain even after the country's EU membership. Absolutely they remain as priorities. They will be absolute priorities during the negotiations, but also after the country joins the EU, added Vlahutin. In his speech, Socialist MP Bledi Chuchi praised the work of governments in the last 20 years, although according to him, the oppositions of this country during the period have not functioned properly. We are crowning the 20 years of government work, not that of the opposition, declared Chuchi. MP of the Democratic Party, Enkeled Alibeyai, said that the report is not so positive for Albania, citing crime and drugs, while Socialist MP Elisa Spiropali criticised the behaviour of the opposition. Crime and drug trafficking have increased, exclaimed Enkeled Alibeyai. The opposition are racist to their own country, retorted Elisa Spiropali. Ambassador Vlahutin responded also to the notion of some that the recommendation was given as a gift to Albania, with certain groups believing our country did not deserve it. Vlahutin had this to say: "There are no gifts in this process. Please do not think that you will receive any form of gift from the EU at any step during the membership process. This is a process carried out with surgical precision according to the set regulations." Albania's Foreign Minister Ditmir Bushati praised the Kosovo-Serbia dialogue, which, according to him, has had a direct impact on the reduction of mistrust. During a speech held at the United Nations plenary session on building and preserving peace, Bushati said that the joint initiatives of the countries of the region are of special importance. The process of dialogue towards normalising relations between Kosovo and Serbia has helped to reduce distrust and division, leading to increased cooperation and understanding, said Ditmir Bushati. Regarding the role of our country in maintaining peace and stability, the head of Albanian diplomacy said that Albania has a clear position. Albania supports the vision of the Secretary-General for building and maintaining peace and the proposals contained in his report. We support the empowerment of the Peace-Building Commission as a dedicated intergovernmental platform that oversees and guides the approach of the UN peacekeeping system, said Ditmir Bushati. Bushati underlined that global challenges are numerous and in this context, more work needs to be done in terms of prevention. Freedom House estimates in the latest report on media freedom that Albania and Kosovo rank among the partly free countries, together with Macedonia, Bosnia and Herzegovina and Montenegro. Serbia and Croatia have had their media industries assessed at the rank of free, meaning that the conditions of impartiality is improved in these countries. According to the report, the media is facing new threats in major democracies, as well as in states where authorities are focusing their efforts on social media and other online platforms, following a crackdown on traditional media independence. Populist leaders today present a new and growing challenge for freedom of expression in open societies, and intervention by Russia and China has added to the threat. The attack on press freedom is an attack on an essential institution of democracy. Elected leaders who try to discredit the factual and critical reporting are harming democracy, said Freedom House President Michael J. Abramovich. On the eve of World Media Freedom Day, Freedom House has analysed the situation based on its reports on freedom in the world, countries in transition, and freedom on the internet. According to the report, media independence is under pressure in every region of the world, but dedicated journalists still play an essential role in an increasingly hostile environment. According to the organisation that analysed data from 195 countries in 2017, 88 countries are ranked among the free countries, 59 are partially free countries, and 49 rank among the not free countries. The Albanian government has opened the first phase of pre-qualification of companies regarding the implementation of the Tirana Durrës railway project. All companies interested to participate in this project have until the May 31 deadline of this year to submit the required documents. The project foresees the rehabilitation of the Durrës-Tirana railway and the extension of a line up to Vora, which will serve to connect with the Mother Teresa airport. The total investment cost is estimated at €90.5 million, of which €36.9 million has been provided by the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development and a further €35.4 million via a grant from the European Union. VAT and local costs are expected to be covered by the government. The Tirana Durrës railway line is expected to offer a considerable volume of transport, with the extension to Vora seen as an important node, as it will connect the airport with the capital city and also with Durrës. About 1,300 employees are expected to be hired during the works for the realisation of this project, with the completion of the works expected at the 30-month mark after the contract has been signed. The Tirana Durrës railway was built in 1951 and rehabilitated in 1996. This investment will allow trains to move at increased speeds of up to 100 kilometres per hour. Every family and business pays 100 lek every month on the electricity bill to cover the cost of Albanian radio television. But for SP MP Ilir Becaj, this is insufficient. Becaj demands that the tariff for the art be calculated according to the number of televisions on the premises, rather than an individual service tax. According to him, this is not a new proposal, but is actually the current law that should be implemented. Law number 9975 on national taxes instructs that the service tariff for the use of TVs is 100 lek per month. According to this law, family users pay only for a TV, regardless of the number of TVs, while other non-household users pay the tariff for each television. However, despite this, the tax is collected only in regards to the service. And for the socialists, the tax administration has failed to collect this tax appropriately from businesses for the last 14 years. The tax administration has failed to collect the tax on the ART, said Ilir Becaj. But how will the number of TVs a family or business has on their premises be proven? While the method of calculation remains unknown, citizens have already expressed that they are against the idea of paying for their TVs. The service tariff for using the TV goes to the budget of the ART, where during 2017, around 1.2 billion lek was collected, representing a value of about 10% lower than in 2016. The last increase of this tax was marked in 2011 from 600 to 1,200 lek per year for each family. Austrian experience in management of emergency situations will be utilised to improve the fire brigade service, police immediate response and ambulance services in Tirana. The aim of the skills training project is to ensure emergency services respond in a timely and efficient manner in every case. At the Tirana Security Academy premises, a training program was launched for a frontline emergency service. Mayor of Tirana, Erion Veliaj, closely followed the practical demonstration by Austrian experts and talked about the help that firefighters gave to extinguish the flames at the recycling plant last Sunday. As we saw this weekend with some of the fires we had, we must realise that there are things we need to take more seriously, such as life and property. We are often too serious about politics, football or many other things, but when it comes to our life and our health, we take it for granted. The number of people uninsured and businesses uninsured continues to be concerningly low, added Erion Veliaj. The Mayor of Tirana said that some changes in the legislation are needed to avoid the responsibility of citizens for accidents resulting from disrespect of legal obligations by the companies themselves when it comes to paying damages. We will see how some legal acts can be improved. There is no sense to taxpayers being the ones to bear the burden of uninsured companies. For a taxpayer who has no fault, such as a grandma that is staying at home, there is no reason why, with the modest taxes that are taken from her, they should be used to cover the irresponsibility of millionaires, explained Erion Veliaj. Austrian company manager for the region, Konstantin Bekos, praised the transformation that Tirana has undergone, even in regards to the civil emergency services. And that's the news across the country today. Thank you for watching our English edition this evening, and be sure to join me again every Monday to Saturday at 6 p.m. for the latest news from Albania. Once again, on behalf of Aura News, thank you and good night.